Why do we say yes? Why do we buy things we don't need, agree to requests we'd rather refuse, or feel pressured to act when we know better? In his groundbreaking 1984 book, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion, social psychologist Robert Cialdini reveals the hidden psychological triggers that make people comply. These triggers are powerful, universal, and used every day by salespeople, marketers, politicians, and even friends or family. The good news is that by understanding them, we can protect ourselves and also use them ethically to persuade others. Welcome to 10-Minute Books, the channel where we break down the world's most powerful books into practical lessons you can absorb in just 10 minutes. Today, we're diving into Influence by Robert Cialdini, the classic guide to the 6 principles of persuasion that shape human behavior. The core idea: automatic influence. Cialdini explains that humans rely on mental shortcuts to navigate a complex world. These shortcuts, or rules of thumb, save us time and energy, but they also make us vulnerable to manipulation. Influence works by triggering these automatic responses, often without conscious awareness. The 6 principles of influence. Cialdini identifies 6 universal principles that drive persuasion, reciprocity, commitment and consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity. Let's explore each one. 1. Reciprocity. Humans are wired to return favors. When someone gives us something, we feel obligated to give back. Marketers use this by offering free samples, which increase the likelihood of a purchase. Charities send small gifts in the mail to encourage donations. Reciprocity is powerful because it creates a sense of debt, even when we didn't ask for the favor. 2. Commitment and consistency. Once people commit to something, even in a small way, they feel pressure to stay consistent with that commitment. For example, if you publicly say you'll recycle, you're more likely to follow through. Car dealers use this by getting customers to agree to small conditions before pushing bigger commitments. Consistency gives us a stable identity, but it can also trap us in bad decisions if we cling to earlier commitments. 3. Social proof. We look to others to decide what's right, especially in uncertain situations. If everyone else is doing something, we assume it must be correct. This is why laugh tracks work in sitcoms, why online reviews influence buying decisions, and why people follow crowds. Social proof is persuasive because humans are social creatures, but it can also lead to herd behavior and poor judgment. 4. Liking. We're more likely to say yes to people we like. Liking can be based on attractiveness, similarity, compliments, or familiarity. Salespeople use this by finding common ground, complimenting customers, or presenting themselves as friendly and relatable. This principle shows how much personal connection matters in persuasion. 5. Authority. People are highly influenced by authority figures. Titles, uniforms, or even perceived expertise can dramatically increase compliance. In one famous experiment, participants obeyed instructions to administer painful shocks simply because an authority figure told them to. Marketers use authority by citing experts, doctors, or influencers to promote products. 6. Scarcity. We value things more when they're scarce or limited. Only 2 left in stock, limited time offer, and exclusive access all trigger urgency. Scarcity creates fear of missing out, which often overrides rational judgment. How these principles interact. Cialdini emphasizes that these principles don't operate in isolation. They can combine to amplify influence. A limited time offer from a well-liked authority figure, for example, is almost irresistible. Case studies and stories. The book is filled with vivid examples. Hare Krishna members giving flowers in airports to trigger reciprocity. Restaurants boosting sales by labeling dishes as most popular to create social proof. Advertisers using attractive models to sell unrelated products through liking. Politicians using scarcity and fear to rally support. These stories reveal how deeply persuasion shapes everyday life. Defending against influence. Cialdini also explains how to resist manipulation. The key is to recognize when these principles are being used against us. For example, if you feel pressured by reciprocity, pause and ask if you actually want the product. If scarcity is pushing you to act quickly, step back and evaluate calmly. If an authority figure is making demands, question their actual expertise. Awareness is the first step toward resistance. Ethical use of influence. Cialdini stresses that influence isn't inherently bad. These principles are tools. They can be used to manipulate, but also to inspire positive change. A teacher can use consistency to encourage learning. A health campaign can use social proof to promote healthy behavior. The difference lies in intent and transparency. Practical lessons from influence. Here's how to apply these principles ethically in your own life. Reciprocity. Give value first. People naturally want to return the favor. Commitment and consistency. Start with small commitments when persuading others, and use public commitments to strengthen your own goals. Social proof. Highlight positive behaviors others are already doing. Liking. Build genuine rapport and connection. Authority. Share your expertise and credibility openly. Scarcity. Emphasize real uniqueness or urgency, but don't fake it. Criticism and balance. Some critics argue that Cialdini oversimplifies human behavior, or that his principles are too easily exploited in manipulative ways. But the lasting popularity of the book shows how useful and practical these insights are. Modern relevance. In today's world of online marketing, influencers, and constant persuasion attempts, Cialdini's work is more relevant than ever. From Amazon's only 3 left in stock to Instagram influencers promoting products, the 6 principles are everywhere. Understanding them is not optional. It's essential for protecting yourself and succeeding in business, relationships, and life. The big takeaway. Influence teaches that persuasion works through 6 universal principles: reciprocity, commitment, and consistency, social proof, liking, authority, and scarcity. These shortcuts guide human behavior automatically, making them powerful tools for influence. The question is, are you being unconsciously influenced, or are you consciously using these principles to shape your world? That was Influence. The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini, broken down in under 20 minutes. Which principle resonates most with you? Reciprocity, social proof, or scarcity? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this summary, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to 10-Minute Books, and ring the bell so you never miss our weekly breakdowns of life-changing books. Thanks for watching, and remember, once you understand influence, you can no longer be manipulated so easily.